Alright, I'm going to talk a little bit about the power wrist builders. I'm using the red 170s. The power wrist builders are aluminum drumstick. And I think that the greatest thing is because you could just use them to warm up. They feel really balanced. Like even if you're playing fairly fast. So one of the things I like about them is, like I say, they are weighted, and you can work out in anything. I mean, if you work out for 5 minutes and you're sweating, but you're not overworking the muscles, that's a good thing. So I mean, it's just because they the way they feel. So what I was working on is I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole illusion of speed. There's a lot of guys that are just going so fast, they're whatever accents, or they're just they're tensing up or whatever. The whole idea is in my humble opinion, take it for whatever you want to take it for. The faster you play, the more relaxed you have to play. If you want to be, in your 70s, like I said, Jim Chapin showed us a long time ago. You being 81 years old and still being able to play the way he did. He was 81 years old and he just and he didn't even look like he's working up a sweat. And so that, I mean, follow the masters. But rather than focus on speed, what I started working on, and what I constantly strive to work on, is to try and clean up the sound. So one of the things I really like about these is because they really make you work your muscles, but without burning the muscles. No, I never ever play to a burn. I just warm up the muscles till they feel good, by practicing. If you work on warming the muscles, then you can play for hours. Like when you get to a certain speed, I can play like that when I'm playing. I'll do that in a hotel room. Until somebody knocks on the door, late at night, somebody's complaining. And now that's not super fast, but it's a fairly decent speed. And I'm using aluminum drumsticks. Of course, if you use wooden stick, of course you're gonna faster. So what I started working on is, like I said, basically I've been working on the push pull and trying to, rather than go fast, I've been really trying to concentrate. This is hard to do, and one of the things about the power wrist builders I like it is because I can actually feel when I'm playing every single note. So rather than trying people are trying to shuffle. On one of my earlier videos I showed the side-to-side motion. People were asking why I would do a side-to-side motion. Well, this is why, because when I started slowing it down and I was going here, I was hearing the accent too much. But when I started separating the notes, palms down, this is really hard to do. Slow it down. And make it sound like you're doing push pull. Open, close. And then the same thing as you're playing palm down. After a certain point, when you come together, you're playing wrist. You come together for fingers. So I started doing the same thing with the push pull. At the side. So whatever kind of emotion, whatever you do to make the notes work for you, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. See here, I changed my motion, but I'm relaxed. If I want the accents, I use a molar whip. That's what I like to use, and it gives that feel. If I want a clean sound, but it involves me doing this kind of motion, so what? If it works, it works. Like I said, I get to a, not ridiculous speed, but pretty decent tempo, and I'm relaxed. Something like that.